I'm very excited, as you can tell, because I'm very excited. Jeff, remember I was saying about, you know, I wanted a house band?
Right, yeah.
Right, and I was saying, who did I want? I say I wanted?
Richie Sambora.
I said I wanted Richie Sambora.
Yeah.
Well, look who's here! Look who's here, Jeff! Richie Sambora!
How are you, my friend? Yeah, so anyway,
Right.
you know, I heard you've been talking about me on the show.
I was talking about you a little bit. I thought it'd be great if you could be the house band on the show, but not necessarily play the guitar, just you naked playing a tiny little harp.
You know what? I really love you. I really love your show and everything. I'm not going to be naked playing the harp, but I'll tell you what, if you want me to be in a house band, you know, as long as you let me play a couple of my songs, I'll be good with that.
I don't speak rock and roll.
As long as you let me play a couple of my songs,
Yes,
you know?
of course.
Well, ask the people, maybe they would like it.
I don't know, let's take a straw poll. Should Richie and his band be the house band on this show? Jeff. Well, let's go over. Come on over. Richie, I'd like you to meet my... This is Jeff Peterson
man,
and Richie
how are you?
Sambora.
Yeah.
I heard you were Team Richie anyway.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that true?
I'm Team Richie.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, he's Team Richie, definitely.
See, I love that. I'm Team Jeff, too.
Yeah, I don't understand a word he's saying, but I think it's going to be great. When is this going to happen? When is this going to happen?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know, you tell me. December? 3rd. December 3rd? Starts on December 3rd? For how long? A week? You do it for a week?
I'll do it for a week.
Yeah, all right.
You good with that?
Yeah.
We'll do something that's never been done before. It'll be great.
It'll be like a late night show with a band.
Oh, but you know what? You got to jam.
Sure.
You got to jam. What do you think?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great time, man.
More money for me? I'll do it. All right, Richie, Tootsie Fruits.
Okay. Okay.
No, and then we'll see you on December the 3rd.
December the 3rd.
All right, say bye-bye to Jeff.
Bye-bye to you.
Bye-bye,
Yeah,
bye-bye, bye-bye.
December 3rd, brother.
Richie Sambora, everybody! Get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Richie Sambora will be appearing as the house musician on the Late Late Show starting December the 3rd. Is that right, Jeff?
That's right.
Yes.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy S3. The next big thing is already here. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. That's enough. Great. Thank you. Quietly now. Quiet. Wow. Jeff, what a crowd.
Oh, they're great.
What
Yeah.
a crowd. Secretariat. Hey, it's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes. It is actually a great day. This is the day I've been waiting for all year. It is Friday. It is November the 16th. It is. No, this is a very important day because the Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2 is out today. Hooray! But I'm kind of sad, though, because they're saying it's the last Twilight movie ever, and I'm like, no. So I'm happy, but I'm sad. I don't know whether to rejoice or to cry. It's like if someone said to me, Craig, you can have your own TV show, but it's on CBS at 12:30 at night. Stephanie Meyer wrote the Twilight books. The final book was split into 2 movies. Now, sometimes a studio will do this just to make money, but with Twilight, it was different. It was because there was too much source material for one film.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding, it was for the money. So far the Twilight movies have made $2.5 quadrillion. $2.5 billion. That's almost as much money as Mitt Romney spent losing the election. It's a lot of money. But the new movie will make a ton of money too. I don't believe for one second it's the last one. It's not, because this is what will happen. The Twihards are a lot of the Twihards teenage girls, and about 10 years from now, some of these teenage girls are going to be running movie studios in Hollywood, and they'll be like, I think we should bring back the Twilight movies for a new generation. And if they don't do that, then maybe President Bieber will insist on it. Because for years, George Lucas said that there'd never be another Star Wars movie. Then what does he do? He sells Star Wars to Disney. Now we get more Star Wars movies. Maybe that's what Stephanie Meyer will do. She'll sell Twilight to Disney. And the next movie, Bella will have to choose between Edward and Goofy. You better not cheat on me, bitch. It's a joke. It's just a joke. You like that?
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow! You be a vampire, and I'll be a vampire, too.
I'm all sparkly.
I didn't know you could do that voice.
I just pulled that one out of my ass.
Yeah, you did, yeah. It's pretty good. I don't know if I could do that voice. I'm willing to give it a try.
Try it, man. You got one testicle. I think it'll work.
All right. No, I can't do it. All right. Anyway, oh, my tooth is twingy a bit. I went to the dentist today.
Oh,
well, actually on Monday, but it's but it's still twingy. Every now and again when I go to say something, I'm like, oh, ow, ow.
That's, ironically, that's the noise I make when you say something.
What the hell? I thought you were on my side.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, what I'm saying about the Twilight movies is this. It's the same thing as with Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling swore she'd never write another one. Now she's saying, well, I think she should combine Harry Potter with one of the new, more popular book series, and so we could get, and this is my big dream, 50 Shades of Gryffindor. How about that? Yeah. This is, now, see, let's be like this. 50 Shades of Gryffindor. Professor McGonagall tightened the leather straps. Professor McGonagall, there's a girl up there like, no, don't do it. I'm like, I'm doing it. Like, Professor McGonagall tightened the leather straps and whispered in Hagrid's ear. The safety word is Quidditch. And then, right, so that's Professor McGonagall does that in 50 Shades of Gryffindor. She does that to Hagrid. And then Hagrid's like, Quidditch! Hagrid's panicking. You see?
That was awesome.
50 Shades of Gryffindor, it would work.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I tell you, I know what my Patronus would be.
What would your Patronus be?
Censored. See, you don't even have to do it. I just did what you were going to do anyway.
Just keep it there.
No,
Just keep it there the whole show.
Keep it there the whole show? What about if I keep it there? What if I keep it there? Oh, it's a joke.
You know what?
Oh, like that. Yeah, all right. I like that. Yeah, all right. When does it become offensive? Like, it's okay like that, but is that when you pixelate? So even if I just give you that much, you get upset?
Even the tip.
Remember, the safety word is Quidditch. Jeff, what is the safety word?
Quidditch. Oh, boy.
What, this is Professor McGonagall and Mickey Mouse in 50 Shades of Gryffindor? I love that.
We're going to get sued.
No, we're not. CBS is.
CBS cares.
Not really. Anyway, I'm talking about Twilight. I'm talking about Twilight. Anyway, I'm glad Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson are back together. I think that's great news. I'm sure they'll be together for a long time. Or at least until the publicity tour's over for the movie. Craig, are you implying that they're together as part of a cynical Hollywood agreement? No, I'm not implying that. I'm flat out saying it. There, I'm saying it. What? No! Oh, sorry. I'm flat out tutti-frutti saying it. Are you excited? You going to go and see this?
Man, I don't really care.
It's not. I don't want people to think I don't like these movies. I don't know about them. I haven't seen them. You know, I haven't seen the movies, so I don't know if I like them or don't like them. It's just, you know, I'm just poking fun of it because I'm a douche on TV. That's just my job. I'm not doing it because I'm against your movie. I'm not against your movie. I just haven't seen it, and I'm a douche. The safety word is Quidditch. For some reason, that really tickles me. I think that's very funny.
It tickles me when you do it, too.
Professor McGonagall tightened the leather straps.
Oh, boy.
You want to get out of here?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, come on.
You're watching The Late Late Show. Like a scab, it will never heal if you keep picking at it.
I'm practicing. I have to practice. Richie Sambora, we pulled it off, Jeff.
Amazing,
we did
man.
it.
You did it. Yeah.
We did it. Starting on December the 3rd, for 1 week trial period to see if Richie likes me enough to stay longer than a night.
So for one night, then.
I don't know, maybe. You can't tell with rock and roll stars. They come, they go, they're like gypsies with money.
Wow, that was deep, man.
Was it?
That was really good, yeah.
Thanks. Well, you know, anyway, rock stars, they come, they go. Are you excited about that?
Oh, this is great. I
Now,
can't
the
believe
thing
you
is,
did
he's
it,
going to
man.
be playing with a band. He's going to be playing fully clothed, playing a guitar for the first night.
Right.
But I feel as he gets more relaxed and more comfortable in the surroundings, he will remove his clothes and play a tiny little harp.
Oh, yeah. Hell, I was alive when this show first started, so yeah.
That's how much you relax,
You
Jeff.
got that right.
You have relaxed all the way to the grave.
Stick a plug in my ass, I'm good to go.
You could say the same about a lot of people in show business, Jeff. I'm
was
very
deep.
excited.
That was deep, man.
What instrument should I play with Richie Sambora? Are you trying to outdo me? Do you want to have an organ off?
Yeah,
Is that
let's
what
have
we're
an
going to
organ
do?
off.
You're mooing and giggling. That's
Yes,
it.
that's
is it?
right.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm very impressed by the whole thing. I think it's one more step in the way of us reaching a level of mediocrity that's available on other channels.
And once we do that, Craig, what happens then?
Then we'll start giving up,
Crikey.
I guess. Secretariat says no. That should be a new thing. We should do a thing where Secretariat says, and then Secretariat will either nod or shake his head no.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we can decide things.
Right, yeah. Right.
All right, so, hey, Jeff, I was thinking of going to Denver this weekend.
Well, I don't know, Craig. Let's see what Secretariat says.
Should I go to Denver this weekend, Secretariat? No! Secretariat says...
Says no.
It's never going to work, this thing. All right, tweets and emails time. That was the jingle. You want to do... What?
Sorry.
You really committed to this moo thing, aren't you?
It's been poorly timed twice. I'm gonna give it up.
There you go. All right. This is from David in Menlo Park in California. Ever been to Menlo
Love it
Park?
there.
Oh,
Love it
got a
there.
place there.
Beautiful
And,
place. Yeah, yeah.
Says, Dear Craig and Jeff, I fight with my wife all the time. About what we should watch on TV. Will you settle this one? Dancing with the Stars versus NCIS. This isn't, I couldn't answer that. Oh, actually, I could. NCIS is on CBS. Dancing with the Stars. No, that's a joke. What should it be? Dancing with the Stars, Secretariat? No. Secretariat says...
No. Oh, boy.
Never going to work. No. This is from Marv in St. Louis in Montana. Missouri. St. Louis isn't in Montana. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
This is from Mary in Hapog.
Hapog.
I think it's in upstate New York. That's how you write it. I think it's Hapog.
Hapog.
This is from Mary in Hapog. You can tell when you're in Hapog because you get there and folks say, "Welcome to Hapog." Stick to the paths. Creepy music. Welcome to Hapog. We hope you enjoy your brutal murder. Anyway, Mary says, Dear Craig and Jeff, I'm starting planning my Thanksgiving cooking. Should I bake you guys a pie?
Yeah.
Is that a sex thing?
No, man, let's ask Secretariat.
Secretariat, should she bake us a pie? Secretariat says
Yeah.
That's very good. All right, this is from Sheila in Jamaica Plains in New York. Sheila says, Dear Craig and Jeff, who's your favorite Twilight character? Oh, for me, it's got to be Spindle. Who's your favorite, Jeff?
Oh, I love Crackle. He's quite...
Crackle and Spindle. Who's your favorite Secretariat? Flicky? This is my job. Oh, yes. God bless America. All right, this is from Leo in Santa Clarita in California. You ever been there?
Beautiful place.
Yeah, it's lovely up there. Yeah. Well, folks around here in Hapog enjoy listening to the cows mooing at night. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. My first guest tonight is a terrific actor. He's a terrific actor, Jeff.
A terrific actor.
Terrific actor. That's how you know when you can say words like terrific.
Hapog.
He is a terrific actor. He's in the new film Lincoln, which is in theaters now. Take a look at this. Please welcome James Spader, everybody. James Spader. James. How lovely to see you. You look well.
The seats are higher a little bit.
The seats higher here? You haven't been in this new studio?
I haven't been in the new studio.
How do you feel?
A little higher. Well, a little bit like, look.
Oh, really? Hold on. Let me see if I've got... I keep a thing here in case Tom Cruise is ever on. Hold on. There, how's that? Yes, there you are. It's like you're at home.
And we're at the same height now.
Yes, that's a little more like it, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. There's a convention in talk shows to have the guest sitting lower than
Right.
the host. But when I did that here, people complained.
You've lost a lot of weight.
Yes,
I've
I've
gotten
not.
a haircut. You look great.
Thanks. What the hell, man? Why are you doing that Hollywood dust thing, complimenting me, and then something bad's going to happen?
How do I look?
You look fantastic.
Okay.
That's what yeah.
My God.
No, it's great. You look great. And,
Stop.
and congratulations on the film, Lincoln. What's it about? Ah! It's a big hit, though.
Well, it's a little early to tell.
Well, it's a big
doing
hit.
very, very well.
Well, and also there's Oscar buzz, of course, for you.
Get out.
Oh, I'm just saying. People say that. I haven't seen the movie yet.
I know.
All right, so I don't know. But I've read the book. I have. I read the book on which I read Team of Rivals.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah. It's very...
The book was actually, the book and the screenplay were both sort of concurrent.
Right.
Doris and Steven Spielberg had gotten together years ago, and she said she was going to do a book on Lincoln.
Right.
He said he'd always want to do a film about Lincoln. He said, I'll buy the book.
Well, as far as Karen's Goodwin, it's going to be good.
And so he said, I'll buy the book, and so on. So she, headed off and started researching it and writing it. And then he started the process as well of sort of developing the film and so on. And then Tony Kushner came in a few years later, the playwright and screenwriter. And they had tried a couple of other people, and then Tony came in. First screenplay came in at 500 pages.
That's a little long. Yeah. The normal length of a screenplay is
And he
approximately...
basically said, I think he said to even, pick a month, because the film really only encompasses a few weeks near the end of Lincoln's life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's political. It's a sort of a political thriller, and it takes place in a few weeks in January 1865, and it's basically about the passage of the 13th Amendment.
Right, which was the amendment which?
Abolish slavery.
Exactly. So
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing, though. Did you guys, when you were making the movie, when you saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, that came out, you were like, oh no, they're doing our movie, and you had to take the vampires. Spielberg's like, I got to take the vampires out.
That blew out our release date. We changed, revamped everything in terms of promotion and everything.
Are you a history buff? Do you enjoy that kind of thing? I'm fascinated by that particular period in American history right now. I'm fascinated by.
It's all had to be self-taught. I'm a high school dropout.
Well, me too.
And
absolutely.
so it's all been since then.
Right.
To a certain degree. And also, this particularly fascinated me just because it was so particular and specific. It was just such a sort of finite period of time, and really focusing just on that piece of legislation.
But that piece of legislation they've been fighting for
Yes.
almost 100 years.
Yes.
Really. I mean,
they've been arguing about it for
well, even before the construction of the Constitution, people were having this fight about the morality.
And in other countries too.
Well, yes, because the British stopped the slave trade very early on. They were much earlier.
Right. Okay.
And I don't know when it was, to be honest. You find out. You got a Google. And they. But they stopped it, and then there was I heard this. Doris Kearns Goodman was going to be on the show, and then she wasn't. What happened? Oh, never mind. But I'm fascinated by the organic nature of this, because it started round about when they were writing the Constitution, there was talk about it then, but some of the men were slave owners. And
I mean, the amendment had been brought to the floor prior to this, and just
1820 and before that,
but
right?
hadn't passed.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I must say, though, it really, I'm a small part in a very, very big movie. It's got over 140.
Spielberg, you say, he's the director. This character Spielberg, there's a lot of talk about him. He might be able to.
He's a comer.
Yeah, they're saying he might be able to do it.
Yeah, and it is really stunning. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis is just.
He can act a bit. I've heard as well. He's one of those actors that
Is he coming on tonight or?
No, if he was and he decided to be here and was acting somebody else, you wouldn't even know.
Right. He could be Jeff.
If Daniel Day-Lewis was playing Jeff in a movie, he would plug something into the wall and live like that. He's a method actor, isn't he? That's Secretariat, yeah. That's also... That's two actors that are...
Last time I was here, I watched poor Secretariat stand backstage and not be used the whole show. Just
that happens,
standing there in two parts.
Secretariat actually says no, he was not in two parts. Secretariat now has his own stables with a beautiful view of the parkland beyond. Where it is always daytime, even although it's nighttime.
Yes, beautiful. What a lovely evening it is tonight.
It is, it's beautiful. We have to take a break. Do you mind?
I don't.
Good.
What?
It was a huge humanitarian movement because the conditions of the slave trade were so abhorrent.
Right.
And it was becoming known that. Welcome back, everybody. I was talking to this guy, and so we were talking. We got the date on when the British abolished slavery, which was 1833. Is that right? But they abolished the slave trade even before that, like further back. So in the next commercial break, you can find that out. So there you are. Well, it's a fascinating thing. Do you get on well with Steven Spielberg?
Very.
I've met him a couple of times, and he told me that he has a bar in his house.
Where he serves surprised.
He serves Guinness to himself. Guinness. He drinks Guinness. Him and all his little friends from all his movies.
Do you know that I was shooting a film in Dublin once, and there was this fantastic second AD, assistant director, who was working on the picture, and he said to me at one point, we talked a lot about Ireland. He was a historian. He loved history. He loved, I think his father may have been a professor or something. Anyway, and we talk about politics and sort of the state of things. And
He was almost describing Ireland to me.
yeah, no, he said that he felt that probably the most significant single event in modern history in Ireland was the formation of the Guinness Beer Company. And he felt that because
There's been a few events in Ireland that have been...
Well, yes. But I'm talking about in modern history.
Yeah, so am I.
Yes. You notice how I dumped it off on someone else entirely.
The smart way to do it.
Right, I figured that was the way.
It's when talking about the Irish situation, always best to say somebody else said
Yes.
that. Yeah.
But he was speaking to the fact that it was a society split, great deal of strife, tremendous amount of Irish guilt, the heavy hand of the Catholic Church. And he felt,
Or not, depending on your point of view.
yes. He felt that the Guinness brewery gave a country a way to sedate itself. I found it to be absolutely right, actually, while I was there.
I have to say, when I was drinking Guinness, for me, was a splendid idea most nights. Yeah.
You might have agreed with them at that time.
I would have, yeah. But then again, that was me.
Yes.
And, I would drink anything. You're not much of a drinker, are you? Oh, really? What do you drink?
A lot of wine. Almost anything, though.
I find that rather refreshing to hear
Yeah, no, I
that
mean,
from
if I go to someone's house and they're making, if there's a cocktail of the, you show up for dinner or something like that and they're making a certain cocktail or something, I'll have at least one of those. And then I'll switch to switch to wine or something like that. But I like to drink. And I like to drink different things during, Richard Thomas, who I did a play with in New York for about a year, I'm 53, and if you can imagine, he said something to me that I never, all of a sudden he said it, it made such sense. People talk about not mixing different alcohols and so on.
Yes.
Well, he said that's just a bunch of hogwash. He said that's just,
Uh-oh.
he says alcohol, the alcohol content is the alcohol content, and however it's dressed up doesn't matter. Generally, what would make you sick is the fact that if people who are mixing lots of different drinks generally are just drinking too damn much.
Yeah.
But he said to me, it doesn't really matter. And you know what? I have been living that way ever since, and I'm absolutely fine.
Fair play to you. James Spader, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So, the slave trade was abolished in 1807 in the British Empire, and then they abolished slavery itself in 1833 in Britain. And then 2 years later, Doctor Who started. And Michael very graciously allowed me to borrow his no advertising smartphone, which he has from Macintosh. Here, you can have this. Take that, in case I have to Google anything during the next bit. Welcome back, everybody. My next guest is the deputy editor of Variety. She's written a new book, TV on Strike, Why Hollywood Went to War Over the Internet, which is in stores now. Please welcome the lovely Cynthia Littleton, everybody. Cynthia Littleton. Cynthia. Lovely to see you. Are you all right there? Do you need the little chair thing? Are you okay?
It makes me feel kind of regal to have the little auto.
Oh, you want that thing? All right,
yeah,
here. It's under here. There you are. We call it the Tom Cruise Memorial Buffet.
There you go. All right.
Look, right, TV on strike. When the last time you were on this show, it was the writer's strike, wasn't it?
It was. It's kind of ironic.
Yeah, no, this is when... And you wrote a book about it. Were you writing that book when you were here? Am I in this book?
You are.
Awesome. Is there a picture?
No. No pictures.
No.
I couldn't afford pictures. All I could afford was the...
No, it's so it's the cover of why the writer's strike in Hollywood.
It is, and your show and your boss's show is in there, and it was something that came to me about a month after the strike ended. The strike lasted 100 days. You almost think they planned it. 100 is such a nice, neat number, but it lasted 100 days. And
I think the writers probably wanted to go to 105 pages, and the studio cut it to 100.
Exactly. They figured 100 episodes is syndication.
Right,
so that was on their mind. And about a month afterwards, I realized that the strike was the story to talk about everything else that is going on in television. You might have noticed that there's been a little changes to the medium in the last, 5 years.
Not around here. Nope.
Well, you got new digs.
Well, we got that. We got the robot skeleton and the horse. But, that's not new. That's been TV for a while. Are you talking about the digitization of the content?
Exactly.
Ah, yes.
Exactly.
What does that mean? Does it just mean that you watch TV in any way you want? Isn't that it?
Yes, it pretty much does. But you can watch most TV. There's still a lot of TV, including your show is kind of hard to get. On many other...
I know. So tell me about what happened during the strike then. Who won? The writers or the evil Hollywood demons?
I think it's very simple.
I'm not biased in any way.
No. It's really, really simplistic to say who won, who lost. I know you have seen, a number of labor actions in your time in Scotland when you were growing up. I read about it in your own memoirs.
the strikes that were going on in when I was growing up in Britain, though, it was like a general strike, the miners' strike, the power workers' strike, when TV workers go on strike.
These were not
they were like,
right.
I think, apart from the writers and their families and the business and the decimation that causes, but...
Right. I think when I put it all down, I realized that everybody kind of lost money, everybody lost opportunity.
Yeah.
We'll say that, ratings took a hit.
Sure.
But what really,
I can do that without a strike.
What really happened was the studios blew the talent relations so bad, they backed them into a corner. The writers really had no choice but to flex some muscle, and the studios never thought they would, and they did. And so for that, I think the Writers Guild emerged a stronger entity at a time when writers needed a good advocate, a strong advocate out there for.
Are the writers in show business better off now than they were then, before the strike?
What's kind of funny is that the strike. And then the strike dovetailed with the whole global economic meltdown. You remember that?
Yes, like it was yesterday.
Right. And the networks were cutting budgets, and everybody was going crazy. So that kind of dovetailed. So that was like the 1-2 punch from hell for creative industries, just like pretty much every other industry. So are they better off? Yes, because were they probably not a strike, they wouldn't be getting a penny for every time an episode airs on Hulu or Netflix or any number of new platforms. Are they better off? Are they making as much money as they did before the strike? No, but then nobody is.
Right.
So it's an interesting marketplace.
Fascinating business. Are you a big fan of television yourself? What do you watch?
I am. I watch Homeland.
Oh, I
Completely
know.
addicted to
Can you
Homeland.
believe what happened recently? I actually do watch Homeland.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No. You're not allowed to talk about it, but oh my, I mean, for heaven's sake.
It's one of
It's
the
a great
best
show.
shows.
It is a fantastic show. There's so many British actors in that show with very convincing accent. They sound very like the guy who plays David Estes.
Yeah, the CIA.
Yeah, he talks like that. He's a geezer. He talks like that.
Talked with him on the red carpet at an event, and it was just, you know, it was.
He's like, yeah, I play the head of the CIA in this one. It's lovely.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. Damian Lewis.
Damian Lewis is also a Brit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you watch then? Any comedies?
I watched Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire, hilarious. Yeah.
I'm right there with most of America. I love Modern Family. I love The Big Bang Theory. I don't miss those shows.
Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory. Modern Family. Yes, they're both great shows actually.
Yeah.
One of them's on CBS though.
Yeah. What are you watching these days?
I watch Homeland, I watch Mythbusters, and I watch House Hunters International.
Thinking about real estate on the side.
No, I like watching House Hunters International is fantastic. You should watch it because it's always like a nice Canadian couple looking for an extra home in a war-torn area. It's like Brian and Sandra are looking for an escape from the urban sprawl of Toronto and are trying Damascus for apartments. Like, what? Don't go there right now. They're like, oh, the prices are great. You know.
We knew that the economy, the overall economy, was coming back because there were all those house shows on cable, house flippers, house snippers, the whole thing. and then when the housing crisis went away, they all went away. Like inside of 6 weeks, they all went away, and then they started creeping back.
That's
and
how
that was
the real estate
that was the
coming back.
barometer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good. Well, this will be a fascinating read. I remember it with such mixed feelings. This strike. Yeah, it was a hard time here.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we rely very heavily on the writers in this show.
Yeah.
No, but you know, I mean, the whole business. I mean, I'm a writer. I'm a member of the WGA.
Right,
It was a very
that
awkward
was a
time.
Big point.
Yes.
Why it was all very convoluted. It was like show against show. It was
really hard. I
was
mean,
a
they
moment.
gave us a deal. I mean, Dave and I got a deal to
Right.
do our shows as long as we didn't use the writers. And I know that Dave paid his writers at least some of the time out of his own pocket as a strike relief. And I did that with the writers here out of my own pocket with the writers too. But it was still, I mean, guys lost their houses, I remember.
It was a big period of sacrifice. That's why I kind of felt that it deserved to be documented.
Yeah.
It was a moment for this industry, and it was sort of the 21st century strike. It was fought with email and blogs, and it was really interesting.
Yeah,
It was
well.
an interesting period.
All right, well, let's not do it again for a while.
Yeah,
then.
I think-
Yeah, all right. Cynthia Littleton, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
I'm just thinking that, you know, if we learned that Richie Sambora is going to be here as the house band on the third.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, I'm thinking we should probably rock and roll it a little bit. We should be a little more rock and roll. I'm thinking of getting an earring.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Not in my ear, though.
Oh, yeah.
What about you? How are you going to get more rock and rolly?
Oh, I'm thinking about getting a penis. For myself, my own, for myself. Oh,
How did you get to that? How did that happen?
it's rock and roll, man.
It's not just rock and roll. Plenty of jazz musicians and classical musicians have genitals.
Not like the kind I'm gonna give.
Ah, you mad, skinny, dead fool. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.